Hi there. Welcome to our website. I'm Jim Brown. Glad you're spending a little time with me today. Hey, I saw something interesting at my local movie theater. The movie Gone with the Wind is coming back on the full screen. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I know that may not be politically correct in this day and age. A number of people are suggesting banning the movie Gone with the Wind, don't ever showing it again because of portrayals of what life was like in the Old South and the beginning of the Civil War, and a lot of the story from the South's perspective of the Civil War. Look, it's part of history. It was a great novel by Margaret Mitchell. I've read it a couple of times, and I love the movie. I'll try to watch it about once a year. Some of the movie was filmed down in my home state of Louisiana. It portrays a naive South who did not see life in perspective, both in terms of the issue of slavery and their ability to win the Civil War. It was really amazing that the South did so well. I've read a great deal about the South, about General Lee, about some of the major battles that took place in the South. One of the most important battles of the whole Civil War, much more important in my opinion than Gettysburg, was the Battle of Vicksburg in terms of who controlled the Mississippi River. I think that was the turning point in the South. We'd hear a lot about Gettysburg because Lincoln made the Gettysburg Address. That was just a 4-day battle. Vicksburg went on for months and determined who controlled the economy that really shut the South down. I think so. We have a lot of important events that happened here in Louisiana involving the South that are very important to the overall history. But Gone with the Wind gives the portrayal of this plantation life, romanticized plantation life. Sometimes the slaves are singing songs and not really an accurate portrayal. Again, it shows a naive South, number one, and then the great destruction that was brought upon them. Nothing state suffered more than my home state of Louisiana in the South. If you look at New Orleans, for example, New Orleans was this marvelous city that had come alive, the first opera house, the best restaurants in America, the banking, the first cotton exchange. New Orleans should have been what New York City or Atlanta or their major cities became. But it wasn't because of the destruction that took place throughout the entire South. And so you can see the suffering and the effort to get back on its feet that is still going on today in the South. So again, it's a movie. It's a portrayal that in some instances is not fully realistic, idealized from a Southern perspective, naive from the Southern perspective. And also, though, after the destruction shows the Gothic South. I'd make an argument with you that The Sound and the Fury, the wonderful Faulkner novel, I think is the greatest American novel that, from my perspective, again, talks about the Gothic South, the tear down and the frustrated effort to rebuild. And you see that in Margaret Mitchell's book and in the film. So anyway, if you get a chance to your movie theater and you're like me, you want a full sense of history. You're not intimidated by a monument or something that shows a part of our history, whether it was a good part, bad part. It was a realistic part. This movie does a good job, first-rate work. You know, my biggest complaint about Gone with the Wind, that guy Ashley Wilkes, he was such a wimp. What did Scarlett O'Hara see in Ashley Wilkes? She had Rhett Butler, the hero of all heroes. I like Clark Gable's movies, whatever he plays. But Ashley was really kind of a wimpy guy. So that's my downside of the movie. I'm going to see it. You may want to do the same thing. Thanks for spending some time on my website this week. Take care.